But it is the day that Lord Nityananda appeared. So, let's see what Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaja is telling us. Once, there was a barber who was going here and there giving out invitations. In previous times, barbers performed this task for families. If there was to be a marriage or a festival, he would go and distribute invitations to everyone. And for doing this, he would earn a little extra money. But he would not go anywhere without his instruments, such as razor, scissors, and a comb. Starting on his way, this barber entered a jungle where he saw a lion resting on the path. The lion did not attack him, but instead was merely lifting up his paw and licking it. At first, the barber was frightened, but then he thought, it seems that there is something stuck in his foot, and that is why he is not attacking. So the barber went a little nearer and saw that a very large thorn was stuck in very deeply, and due to this, the lion was suffering greatly. Therefore, with the help of his instruments, the barber manipulated the thorn a little and carefully removed it. Some blood had been coming from the wound, so he also applied some antiseptic, wrapped the lion's paw in some medicinal leaves, and then left. 3 or 4 years went by. Then one day that same barber was mistakenly arrested for some very serious crime, such as murder. His case was brought before the king, who said, "Several days ago in the jungle, we captured a lion. Throw the criminal into the lion's compartment. The lion will eat him. Finished for him." The barber was thrown into the lion's cage, and at once the lion got up roaring. But as he came near to the barber, he began to purr and sat down. This was the same lion from which the barber had removed the thorn, and after so many years the lion recognized the barber and therefore didn't attack him. The king said, "This fierce animal is not attacking him." "Oh, this fierce animal is not attacking him? What is this?" Then he thought, "Now I understand. Because I have made a mistake in arresting this man, the lion is not killing him. If the lion is not carrying out this punishment, then I also should not punish him." The king released the barber, showed him respect, and asked for forgiveness. Even in an animal, there is so much gratitude. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that Nityananda Prabhu's gratitude is just like this. For 1 minute, that barber removed a thorn from the lion, and for so many years the lion remained grateful. That animal, which is so fierce that it kills innumerable other animals and people also, remained grateful for its entire life. And we see the same quality of gratitude in the life of Nityananda Prabhu. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives an example of how Nityananda Prabhu, being Bhagavan himself, is merciful to everyone. He says that on one occasion, there was to be a festival with kirtan going on continuously all day and night. Vaishnavas who lived both nearby and far away were invited, and they all came. Amongst them was an eternal associate of Nityananda Prabhu named Minaketana Ramdas. His nature was such that his mercy could not easily be recognized, but those who understood him could see it. Generally, if some dear person comes, one offers pranam. But instead, he would hit someone with his flute, which he always kept in his hand. And that person would understand it to be great mercy. When he would place his foot on the head of someone, they would consider that there would be good fortune in their lives from that day on. Sometimes he would slap someone and say, "Where have you been all these days?" But those who understood knew that whoever he has struck today will receive the direct mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So the kirtan was going on, and when Minikatina Ramdas came, everyone stood up, offered pranam to him, and welcomed him. He climbed on the shoulders of one person, hit another with his flute, and slapped another on the back. Tears were always flowing from his eyes, and he was always roaring out, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai! The pujari there was somewhat educated, and when Minikatina Ramdas entered, while everyone else had stood and offered pranam, this pujari didn't stand, and he also wouldn't speak to him. So laughing, Minikatina Ramdas said, here we find the second Maharshana. And then he became absorbed in singing the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. Everyone performed very loud kirtan, and when it was finished, Kaviraj Goswami's brother said, you are always singing about the glories of Nityananda Prabhu, but why don't you sing the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instead? Hearing this, Minikatina Ramdas became somewhat unhappy. That man considered that there was some difference between Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But there are so many stories and glories of Nityananda Prabhu, and they are all related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So for people who may not know, Lord Nityananda appeared previously as Lord Balaram in Krishna Lila. He was Krishna's brother. So he's non-different from Krishna, just his color is different. He's white. Krishna is blackish. So in 5,000 years ago in Krishna Lila, Krishna was there in Vrindavan, and his brother Balaram was there also. So Lord Nityananda has come again 500 years ago. He is the incarnation of Balaram. And he is also considered to be Akanda Guru Tattva, which means that he is the root of all gurus actually get their power from Lord Balaram, Lord Nityananda. And Lord Chaitanya, he is none other than Prajendranandan, Sri Krishna himself. But especially, something very special about Lord Chaitanya is that he's coming covered with the divine effulgence, golden color of Srimati Radharani, and also her loving moods towards Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya is Krishna, but he's having the devotional moods of Krishna's highest devotee, Srimati Radharani.